Hello, I'm back. I know I haven't posted a video for a long time, so I just made a simple calculator just as like a showcase so I can get it. By the time this is posted, I'm probably making the tutorial, so I'll be out pretty soon. And this is just a simple calculator. It doesn't do much. It can only do one operation at a time. You can either click it buttons. It has a limit to probably instantly right there. Then you can do only one operation. If you try to do two, it does an error and it refreshes. You can clear. So yeah. Here's the code if you want to look at it. Oh wait, I have better. There you go. Yeah, and that's basically it. I'll try to explain to you what all this is. So, like the simple parts, like the simple calculator, this just sets the body background, makes all the text centered. This ID cow body goes right here. This div, it holds the answer box. So the cow body is basically this whole box right here, the whole calculator. And it holds two other main divs. It holds the answer, which holds the input box right there, this one. And it also holds H buttons, holder of buttons basically. And it's right here. And it has all the buttons there. So, I made it disabled so you can't click on it or type anything. So, yeah. You can't, yeah. Oh, yeah, just saying you can also type with your keyboard. If you have the Numlock, it will, yeah. If you have Numlock on, it works. Or if you don't have the keypad at the right, then you can just do your normal keyboard at the top over your letters. And yeah. So these are just like the buttons. It has the paragraph class equals text right here. It just describes what it looks like. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to 0, equal, plus, multiplication, and like division sign. And it has the clear, and it has the decimal. And these all have its own position. So like the button's position is absolute, so you can position it any way you want. So I just left. So like the top 37% is the top row. So there's the 3 tops. Then 48, then 59, so the bottom row, then 70. And then some have their custom width and height, like the clear, it has a height of 33%. So yeah. Also, what looks really cool is when you click this, the border gets thicker, so it looks like the button actually gets smaller when it doesn't. It's just the border getting bigger. That's basically the whole part. Then here's the script. There's this answer box, which gets the idea of this input right there. It has 5 variables. Past is an empty string, 1 is an empty string, 2 is an empty string, symbol is an empty string, and side is 1. Yeah, just saying. These all have functions. These all have functions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 right there. So I just defined them here. All there. It basically does the same thing. The cool part about this is the answer box value is equal to the past plus the number, and the past equals the answer box after this. So it's like the past is basically memory, like a memory card, and it accesses it every time it adds another number. So it basically goes all the way everywhere. Decimal. Some has to be strings or else it doesn't work. This clear function doesn't work for some reason. So I just turned it into location.reloads, which reloads the page, as I said in an old video. Then there's the functions add, subtract, multiply, and divide, which I basically copied paste except just changed the symbol. So this is basically the same thing right here. Here, just different symbol. And then it checks if the side is side 1. Then it runs this code right here. If the symbol isn't an empty string and 1 isn't empty, like side 1 isn't empty, then it goes and does this error code, alerts that. And if the symbol is equal, and if the symbol is equal to an empty string and 1 is equal to an empty string, then it turns the side equals to 2, the symbol is 2, and 1 is equal to past. So the variable 1 is equal to this past, and then the past is equal to the answer box value. I put the 1 is equal to past before past is equal to answer box value, because then it takes out the plus sign and it just leaves it just the number. Then subtract is basically the same thing, just the symbol changes to 1. So like 2 is plus, 1 is subtract, multiply is 3, and divide is 0. That's all that. Then equal, which is runs the equal sign right here. That one checks if the symbol is number 2. I just labeled it there, plus, and the side is equal to 2. If the side isn't equal to 2, then it will have an error, and I didn't insert the code for it. So the symbol is equal to 2, then it knows that it's adding. So the variable number 2 all the way back up there, it turns the string into a number right here, and it's the answer box value, and the substring right here is substring is basically cutting one part of a string of some sort. It cuts one part to another part, so it's kind of like an array where it's basically this. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Just duplicate it and say there, and this would get 0 would be the first letter, 1 would be the second letter, and so on. So I just did that. And 2 is actually more complicated than 1. 1 is just turning turning the string into a number. And then 2 is more complicated. It actually goes 1.length plus 1. So it basically goes to the value of the answer box, say 1, 2, 3, plus 1, 2, 3. So this would be, number 2 would be just that right there. Just 1, 2, 3. The second 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1 actually would just be that. It gets this by the 1 dot length that was defined here. 1. Then it adds 1, so it skips this symbol, and then it goes on to 99 after that. So that's what that's doing. And then this just resets everything. It's just basically clearing. And this is basically the same thing, except the symbols are different, and it does the subtract or multiply or divide. Then the check keys event, which is all the way up on the body right here. It checks which key is pressed. So like this is the normal one if you're not on the keypad, and this is on the keypad. Then it checks all of this, and then it checks the decimal on both the keypad and the normal key. Then it checks for equal, enter, which is basically the same one, enter in the keypad and enter in the normal. And then it looks for the addition sign only on the keypad. It wouldn't work with the shift click, or shift press. And it looks for 8, which is backspace, and it reloads sometimes. And if it's not one of those, then it's an error. Alerts that error. So that's basically all it is. It's pretty simple, and it can make a really cool thing. Oh, that's about it. Bye.